Hey guys, so today I have another tested out product for you. I actually got this from my friend Emma Tynan, who I played volleyball with. Hey Emma. She asked if I had tried the new Maybelline Superstay either liquid foundation or stick foundation, and I haven't. I've seen reviews of the liquid foundation and they've kind of been so-so, but I've never tried a stick foundation ever, and so I thought this would be a really neat first impression for me and also like a new product for me. So this is the Maybelline Superstay Stick Foundation. It comes with the product on this side and then it comes with a blending sponge on this side. I probably won't use this. A lot of times these are honestly crap. You can use your fingers to blend in foundation. I prefer brushes. You can also use beauty sponges. And so today I'm gonna use my Real Techniques sponge that I usually use. And I also have an It Cosmetics buffing brush that I'm gonna also use on the other half of my face just to see which side I like better, see which way applies best. So this is in the shade Classic Ivory. I also saw the Master Blur Stick. This is, it says it's a pore minimizing tinted primer, and I have huge pores, so I need this. So I figured why not try both at once. So first I'm gonna dive into this primer. It is the shade 120 Light Medium. They had a transparent, they had this light medium, and they had a darker shade as well. I obviously only need the light medium. I was tempted to get the transparent, but I think it might have given me a little bit of a cast, so I figured at least I'd get the colored one. So I'm just going to turn on my mirror. I'm just gonna kind of put this where I have the most issues with my pores, which is my T-zone totally, and then also on my cheeks. I have some pretty big pores. So I'm just gonna kind of draw it on where I need it. I like that this is tinted so it doesn't leave the white cast, and I'm just gonna smooth it in with my fingers. Something that I found with pore filling primers is that if I rub it too aggressively or if I try to really press it into my skin, it makes the product disappear. I found that with that Cover FX primer, and I'm sure it's probably true of this one as well. So I'm just gonna lightly press this into the skin. Okay, primer is on. Looking up close at my skin, I can definitely see that my pores are filled in and they're minimized. They definitely look smaller, so that's awesome. That's what it's supposed to do. I'm gonna break into this foundation. Ooh. So just real quick, the claims on this is it's the Maybelline Superstay Multi-Use Foundation Stick. So whenever it says multi-use, it really means that you could use it to highlight and contour your face as well. So if I had gotten a darker shade in this, I could have used it to cream contour. If I've gotten a really, really light shade, I could have used it to cream highlight. And that's not something I really like to do just because I have oilier skin. But it's a plus that it's a function of it. So this says it's a cream to matte formula, and it comes with a precision blender, and it says that it's full coverage, so that's good to know. I just wanted to freeze this real quick and let you guys know that this only comes with 0.25 ounces of product, so it's not a lot of product. I'm usually a light coverage kind of girl, but we'll see how this goes. So I'm just gonna do some tiger stripes here. Was it Tony the Tiger that said, "Gotta earn your stripes," or whatever? Was that Frosted Flakes? Do y'all remember that commercial back in the day? Anybody? No? Okay. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, this blender sponge it's kind of stiff, and I feel like it's just gonna take all the product off, so I'm not even gonna try that. But first, I'm gonna take my beauty sponge, just my Real Techniques sponge that's wet. Okay, so that's the foundation blended out with a sponge. I'm not 1,000% on board with it blended out with a sponge. I usually like to blend out my foundation with a brush anyway, so I think I'm gonna like it better with a brush. So, like I said, I'm gonna take my It Cosmetics blending brush. Actually, I'm gonna go grab it. I actually went and grabbed my e.l.f. buffing brush. This brush is denser, and so I feel like I have the ability to push the product into my skin and blend it out a lot better than I did with the It Cosmetics brush. I do like the way this blended out with a brush better, and there are some spots that I kind of want to build up the coverage on around my nose. So I'm going to take the stick again, and I'm just going to go right here. I'm going to go down my nose again, a little bit more on my chin, and I think that'll be good. Right here. I'm having some breakouts right now. My skin is kind of freaking out because we just went to Colorado where it's super dry, and so my oily skin loved the super dry weather, and then we came back down to Texas where it's 1 bazillion degrees and 1,000% humidity, and now my skin is freaking out. Like, hey, take us back up to that dry weather. We like that. But just gonna blend this out. When you want to apply fuller coverage foundation, it helps if you kind of bounce on your skin instead of dragging. Like I said at the beginning, I'm kind of more of a light coverage, so I do kind of want to drag this around just to spread out the coverage. But if you desire to have a more full coverage look, then bouncing will help with that instead of dragging. Okay. So that is the foundation on, blended out, spread out with a brush. What do you guys think? Thoughts, comments, concerns? Jacqueline, that's not your color. Anything? I like it. I have foundation that I think applies better. Don't we all, right? We have our go-tos, but I feel like this is kind of collecting in the peach fuzz of my mustache. I don't want to get that out of there. But I do like the way it's laying on my cheeks and on my forehead. I do really like that. It's actually laying on top of this primer really nice too, which is good, especially because they're by the same brand. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Real quick, I'm going to apply my concealer and see how this concealer lays over top of this foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer, so same brand, different line. But since it's in the same brand, it should be pretty no. It should work well together since it's by the same brand. Okay, that is the concealer blended out. I think it blended beautifully on top of this foundation. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it looks pretty stinking seamless to me. You know, this concealer is a great concealer. I also think it really, really helps with minimizing pores as well. So that's why I like to take it onto my nose and onto my forehead and my chin, just because I think it really helps to minimize pores. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face real quick and apply some eyebrows, and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I'm back with my face set and my eyebrows on. I just used the Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 100 Translucent to set my concealer, and then I used the Maybelline Better Skin foundation powder to set the rest of my face because this has salicylic acid in it, and I really like it for my oily skin. It's also just a super great powder foundation because the powder is so creamy, so creamy. And then I did my eyebrows with my Wet n Wild eyebrow pencil, and then I set them with my L'Oreal brow stylist that I love so much. I had to go back to this. That other Maybelline brow product just wasn't cutting it. But this brow pencil I love. Sorry for the dogs barking in the background if you can hear that. My dog's a little crazy. But anyways, I'm actually liking this foundation a lot more than I thought I would. I didn't think I would like it because it's stick, it's full coverage. That's not usually my scene. I'm more of a liquid BB cream, light coverage kind of girl, but I really like this. It's a little yellow for my taste. I have a really, really pink red undertone to my skin, but this foundation is laying really, really pretty. I don't know if you guys can tell. Let me know if you can tell. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Thoughts, comments, concerns, questions, concerns, any of that. Leave it down below, please, guys. I want to interact with you guys. That's way more fun than just talking to myself in my kitchen like I am right now. But I'm gonna put on the rest of my face. I'm gonna go into this Alamar. I'm gonna go into this Alamar palette that I got in my BoxyCharm last month, and I'm gonna figure out a way to use those blues, Lori. I'm gonna figure out a way to use those blues, and I'm gonna get back to you, girlfriend, okay? So I will be right back in just a few seconds with the rest of my face on. All right, guys, so here is what I came up with. I think this blue eyeshadow is pretty wearable. You tell me. I even went in and asked my boyfriend and said, hey, do I look crazy? And he said, no, you look great. And I said, atta boy. But I thought this lip was pretty fun to pair with it as well. It might be a little intense for some, but I just thought it was fun. And I'm just sitting around my house today, so why not? But anyways, this foundation's been on about 30 minutes probably, maybe even a little bit longer. And I still really like it. I'm already starting to get a little shiny, which again is typical of me. I know I've mentioned several times I have very oily skin, so this is pretty typical. I will say that my pores are not as minimized as I felt like they were before. I still, like, my forehead looks good, my nose looks pretty good, but kind of where my cheeks, where my blush is a little textury. I am going to continue to wear this throughout the day, and I will check in with you guys in a few hours, probably in about 2. Oh, it's 2:30 now. I think I started filming an hour ago, maybe, so this foundation has probably been on my skin for about 45 minutes total with doing my whole face and everything. So I will set a timer for 2 hours, and I will check in with you guys then. See ya. Hey y'all, so this is my first check-in. It's 4:30 now, and I realize I'm in my bedroom, so my face probably looks yellow as heck. But just want to check in. Hello, puppy. I still think the foundation looks really good. I'm getting a little shiny, but you know, the sky is blue. So I still really like it. We're gonna keep wearing it. I'm about to take this lipstick off because I can't handle how sticky it is anymore. But aside from that, we're doing good. Wait, how does my face look? How's my foundation look?
Flawless.
He said flawless. He doesn't have a lot to compare it to because I don't ever normally wear foundation, but flawless. You heard it here first. Hey guys, so this is my last and final check-in. It is 9 o'clock. So I've had this on for about 9 hours. Ooh, I had some crusty mascara happening. Ew. This foundation still looks really good. I think it got a little cakey here where my concealer is. And then of course I'm shiny because I'm an oily kind of girl. But as far as like my face, sorry I keep getting out of the camera. As far as like the way my face looks, the foundation laid really nice. I definitely think I'll use this again. Of course, if I were to blot and retouch with powder and stuff, the longevity of it would definitely be longer, but I really like this. I think I'll definitely use it again. So A+. Thanks for the recommendation, Emma. If you guys have anything else you want me to try from the drugstore, please let me know. It gives me an excuse to go buy makeup and play, and I love that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.